Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Flocker back with another Fortnite gameplay for you guys. In this one, what I kind of want to talk to you guys about is the importance of building in every single gunfight you come into. And then I also want to talk a little bit about the debate, and this is kind of off the wall, the debate between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Who's the greatest of all time? I'll kind of give you my input on that. Not necessarily numbers, because everybody's seen numbers, but my input and my opinion. Anyway, this right here was just a clip showing you guys how important it is to build. This was me playing solo squads, and this is just a clip right here, just me wrecking this whole squad. But me building completely threw these guys off. Now, you do... I'll put it this way, don't just build like a 1x1 and let that be it. Build like 3-4 levels up, and it starts throwing people off. A lot of people won't even try to build against you. They'll do like this guy right here. But see how I'm just kind of focusing on one enemy at a time and trying to block myself off from the others. So that's kind of the goal here. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll get into it in just a second. Hope you enjoy this little sniper clip right here too. I think this was one of my longest sniper shots, which wasn't that far, but it was still long for me. Catch you guys in just a second.
Till the lights go down, down, down. Till the lights go down, down, down. I've been feeling alright. I've been taking...
Okay, guys, we're back. Before we go any further, if you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe. Drop a like, guys, if you're watching this video. I'd appreciate it so much. And if you are new and you want to play with me, send me a friend request. It's XXFlockerXX. I'll try and put it in the description for this video if I can remember. It's always in my live stream videos, so definitely send me a friend request. But kind of what I want to talk about today is why it's so important to build in every gunfight. And I kind of don't go into it so much in this game, and I should have, because what should happen is every gunfight, whether you need to or not, you should build. Even if it's a crappy person, you just build against them. And the reason why is I've been trying to take on this concept myself, and what's happened out of it is I can walk out of like 2-3 gunfights without taking any damage or very minimal damage. So I'm not constantly having to search for healables. So, you know, in those types of situations, what I used to would have done was, okay, I'm a better shot than this guy is, you know, so I would just go in there thinking like, okay, I could wreck him. And sometimes, because of the inconsistency in the gun, it wouldn't work that way. They'd end up wrecking me. Now see, like right here, I'm building against this guy, you know, and he's just not combating it in any way. See, my shotgun just was not doing the damage that it should have done. So my building, honestly, is what saved my life right there. I probably would have died if I hadn't built. And, you know, not only that, but look, like a lot of people, they don't know how to build. And you're not going to know how to at first either if you've not done it a lot. Because honestly, I sucked at it. When I say sucked, guys, I was literally like build a 1x1, a ramp out from it. If somebody ramped over top of me, I was confused. So I would just jump down and try and get away. And that's not the way to handle it, you know. And the more and more gunfights you get into where you're building, like, look at this shot. Oh, got him. Anyway, the more and more gunfights you get into, the better you're going to get at your building. I promise you. Take my word on that. If not, call me out on it. Do it for, like, let's say, a week straight. Try and make sure you build every single gunfight, and watch and see the difference you have in those gunfights. I'm telling you, it'll change your game. I promise. It's changed my game. I've went from, like, the sweaties were kind of knocking out. Before all these updates and everything, I was getting anywhere from 10 to about 16 kills a game. And then what happened is they threw all these updates in, and suddenly, I don't know if it was just the game got harder, the matchmaking, whatever, but I started playing a lot more tryhards to where I was struggling to get, you know, 3 kills even. And like 3 kills was a struggle. Well, now, like, I was just playing last night. Literally, another thing, this is off subject a little bit, but it'll kind of go into helping you get better. I've been playing a lot of solo squads lately. Play solo squads, guys. I promise, when you're by yourself, just play solo squads. You're going to get overwhelmed, I promise. But do this after you've kind of played solos a little bit and started your building a little bit and getting a little better at it. Then go into solo squads and you'll get clips like I got at the start of this game quite often. Like, that wasn't even probably like one of the better clips. I just happened to remember to record it. So definitely do that. If you guys play solo squads, when you're playing against 4 people, at first, like I said, you're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to suck. But eventually, it's like your brain gets trained to think, okay, there's 4 guys. You're always aware of where the 4 are at any time. So then what happens is when you go into solos is easy mode because you've been facing 4 people. Now you're only facing 1. I'm telling you, it'll make you into a better player. I hope some of these tips have helped you guys. They've helped me. So, hopefully they can help you guys. If they do, let me know. And let's get into this debate about Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Look at this trap. What a loser. I was lucky I had good health there. But anyway, for me, I'm not an older guy, but I'm older than probably a lot of my viewers. So a lot of you guys have only ever seen LeBron James, and you just see clips of Jordan, this and that. But the impact that Jordan had on not just the game of basketball, but everything, it's still out there. Look at how many players right now wear Jordan's brand. Jordan was like the first big time to build his brand, him and Bo Jackson, but this isn't really part of like the debate on the greatest, but it kind of does help. The fact that, everybody is wearing Jordan's brand tells you who their greatest of all time hero is. Now, yeah, in the future, it may be LeBron James, whatever. But another thing that goes into it is I think when I done my research, Jordan played 15 seasons in the NBA. LeBron has hit 15 seasons in the NBA. Now, keep in mind, Jordan was a lot older by the time he got done with 15 seasons because Jordan did go to college where LeBron didn't. Jordan actually retired from the game of basketball to go play baseball for 2-3 seasons, something like that, in the middle of his career, at the middle of his greatness, went and done that. So, and then still came back and dominated the sport all the way up until pretty much he said, I'm done. But LeBron's had a whole lot more of his youth and time to break some of these records, I guess you could say. And I hear the argument all the time, well, the defenses just aren't as good back then as what they are now. That is complete baloney because honestly, I'm somebody who can watch the sport for what it is, and I watched it then and I watch it now. Now is definitely an offensive player's game, like compared to what it used to be. Used to, the defenses were a lot tougher and they were a lot more aggressive and hands-on. Whereas now, it's definitely, look at all the offensive players out there. Like there wasn't that many back in Jordan's day. You had your Jordan. And there was kind of one on every team. I wouldn't say complete offensive beast, but at least offensive good players. Like Portland had Clyde Drexler. And Houston, they didn't have like an offensive beast, but it was, Hakeem Olajuwon and Sam Cassell. But if you go back and looked at those days and how many stars there were and Hall of Famers, dude, it's insane. And I'm not saying LeBron James isn't a good player. LeBron James is a great player, and he'll go down as one of the greatest of all time. Yes, but to be the greatest of all time? No, dude, and I'm not even comparing just the playoff stats that Jordan had and all these other things. I'm not comparing all that. I'm just telling you my opinion on it. You guys can have your own opinion. And, if you do think LeBron is the greatest, you have a good, I guess, leg to stand on there. It's an opinion thing, man. At this point, like that, 3-4 years ago, to say LeBron was the greatest of all time was complete baloney. But now, he's actually, and if he wins a few more championships, then I think you kind of might have to start, questioning it a little bit, even for me. because, I mean, championships are ultimately where it's at. And, you know, LeBron has good teams. When people say, oh, LeBron, he don't have nobody, LeBron gets who LeBron wants. If he says he wants this person gone, they're gone. If he says he wants this guy and he's a free agent, they're going to try to pick him up. So, I mean, don't act like LeBron doesn't have nobody. LeBron has exactly who he chose. And it's also apparent that LeBron is very hard to play for. You know, like Jordan, don't get me wrong, people said Jordan was hard on them, but he made them better is what they would say. LeBron, like look at Kyrie. Kyrie is dominating in Boston, you know. He's still leading Boston to playoffs and everything. And I think a lot of that had to do with probably how LeBron treated Kyrie. You know, LeBron, honestly, he thinks like the teams revolve around him. And even though they do, as a player to think that is just a horrible way of thinking, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, I'll quit with this debate. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you've made it to this point in the video. If you have, type flock or something in the chat to where I know you were here. I'm just curious to see how many people have made it through to this point. And if you could, guys, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Watch to the end of this video. It's pretty good. The build battles really come in later on, and I kind of show you why it's important to build a little more. But check it out. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a good one. Stay blessed, guys. See ya.